Hey guys, welcome to the morning stream. Hope everybody's having a good day. Um, this is gonna be probably my new schedule soon. I'm gonna be streaming in the morning. I'm also gonna be streaming either after the market closes or sometime later throughout the night, just so people with different time zones are able to tune in. So I hope you guys enjoy today's live stream. Like always, welcome. And just feel free. I just want to take a look at the market before it opens. Feel free if you guys have any questions, want to take a look at any stocks. Um, yeah, let's get this episode or live stream started. Uh, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Give me one quick second, guys, while I set everything up. Morning stream. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Let's hope we have. I haven't even taken a look at futures or anything. How are things looking for the day? Actually, pretty flat. Okay. So let's see. Right now, first, I just want to take a look at futures. Things look pretty flat for now, right? I mean, the market's about to open in 5 minutes. Let's take a look at what's making the biggest moves pre-market. Peloton, right? That is true. I did see over the weekend that Peloton, some of their something advisory from inaccurate and misleading about their treadmills. The stock has stumbled about 6.7%. I haven't really looked at it too much, but is the stock still down after hours? Yeah, it's still down about, I mean, pre-market is still down 6.4% based on that news. That's crazy, right? 39 accidents. I mean, I don't know how many treadmills there are and how many other what's the actual treadmill accidents outside of Peloton? Is this like a normal number? Um Peloton, I guess this is gonna be interesting. In the long term of things, I don't see anything wrong happening here with Peloton. But it is down a nice amount, right? 30.5% from its all-time highs. Then what else do we have? We have Coca-Cola reported. Oh, they did earnings already. Their earnings were over the weekend or in the morning today. Let's take a look at earnings whispers. So today's earnings. Right, David. That's the question, right, David? I don't know. I mean, 33 or whatever it was seemed like a large number to me, but at the same time, I don't know what the overall treadmill accident count is. Is it like still way below that count within that time frame? What's going on, WPAX? Let's take a look at space. Let me just take a quick look at what earnings we had today. Okay, yeah, Coca-Cola did report earnings today. And Prava Singa, nice. All right, we can definitely take a look at those. Like I said, if you guys, this is your first time watching, this is my first morning stream. I am going to be doing streams every morning between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And then I'm also going to be doing either after the market closes or sometime later at the night, just in case there's people that can't watch during market close. There are some days I'll do them later at night. What's going on, Mr. Whelan? Jose Live. What's going on, man? Thanks for the support. Yeah. Trying out this live stream for some time. Actually, I'm not trying that. I'm keeping it. But second time here on YouTube. What's going on, Adam? View. All right, we can take a look at a few of these. I just want to take a look at what else is moving today. Anything else interesting in the market? So we have GameStop. GameStop CEO will step down effective July 31st. Has this been known? I haven't been following the overall GameStop. David, over Netflix. Yeah. Adam, thank you, man. You too. Hope you have a good week. Hope everybody here has a good week, right? So I mean, I haven't been following the GameStop stuff that are happening, but their CEO is stepping down. He holds about 200,000 GameStop shares. Oh no, that's Roaring Kitty. My bad. All right, what else do we have? We have Hog. The motorcycle market did report earnings. Revenue was essentially in line with forecasts. That's pretty good, right? I didn't think many I didn't think the auto industry was going to be doing okay. So full year guidance for motorcycles have been announced as well and are looking positive. What's going on, Daniel? How's that going? I'm not sure about Herman Miller. Never heard about them. MTB Bank. Coinbase. No way. Well, Jack Ma to step down from Ant Group. Did Ant never ended up going public, right? Because of the whole situation. Are they still attempting to? There's only a limited amount of Chinese stocks that I follow on Wellum. So usually not a market too familiar with. Wasn't Coinbase was down 2% in pre-market? What's Coinbase doing nowadays? It's only been Daniel Unity. Oh, one of my favorites. We can also take a look at that one. I just want to see price target of Unity. So Coinbase, right? It's really sitting in that 300, like 320 level, right? That's where it seems to keep bouncing off. And I keep seeing ARK keeps buying, right? I, at the moment, have no shares. Unity's nice. As long as it's above 100, I'm happy. Let's see what else is happening here. Tesla. Police officials say in Tesla definitely crash. All right. So how? I mean, I don't know. It's still uncertain whether the car's autopilot. This is the only thing I kind of hate about Tesla. Or like every time there's an accident with the Tesla vehicle, it has everybody it has to worry if it's under autopilot right now. And it seems like most of the times it's not. Or like the driver just did something that he wasn't supposed to do. Let's see how bad Tesla is doing. If it's doing any bad. Tesla down about 2.4%, but it's still killing it, right? In the past 6 months, it is insane. Unity not moving much. Moha, good morning, Mr. Bear. How's it going? Hope everybody here had a good weekend. So yeah, Unity hasn't moved much. In the last few months, right? In the past 2 months with this whole growth stocks, but long-term investment, Unity is still a tier 1 for me. David Becker, you see the new accident, 2 guys were in the backseat. Were they, Becker? So like there was no one driving? So that like there was no one in the front line, everybody was in the back seat? That can't be real. That's insane. Daniel, still waiting for Nvidia to drop. Man, Nvidia, it gave us a small blessing. I know certain people still believe it was super expensive around like that $500 like here. I kind of got in a little bit. This is when I pretty much increased my position between that 520 and this side. There was a little positions I added in the low end, but I know it was mainly between the 500s, and I'm super excited. Man, David, that's insane. Oh, David, I felt like the picture is the same, right? David, Ice Skater. Yeah, Cal, I have 4 tier 1 stocks. In 2021, I have 4 tier 1 stocks. That's Unity, that's Nvidia, that's Cerence, and that's C Limited. Those are my 4 favorites right now. And those are the ones that during this whole correction, I've increased a lot of them. I've increased my exposure on them. Those 4 alone make up about 30%, maybe 35% of my portfolio right now, Kyle. So yeah, and for 2020, with all those stock prices dropped, I had about 9 tier 1s. So just because those 9 didn't stay as tier 1s, I still hold them. They still built up a nice position last year, and I'm super excited. Yeah, Kyle, C and Unity are my favorite. I'm a huge gaming investor, I believe. So C and Unity are my favorites for that reason. Even though Nvidia kind of has that gaming graphics, Nvidia is just a whole different beast for me. I think C is gonna do an amazing quarter this earnings, just because the overall grossing game here in the United States. Nix, I actually just did an episode right on these 6 giants on the FANG plus Microsoft. And Google, right? Informal valuation didn't look half bad still. Facebook and and Google were probably the cheapest based on valuations. And Kyle, thank you. Huya dip. Yeah, so Adam, Huya was a tier one stock for me last year. So I built up a decent position on Huya. I haven't really added much this year on it. Do you own Baba in judo? No, I don't own Baba at all. There's only a few Chinese companies I owned. I think that's gonna be Tencent, and that's gonna be Huya, and NIU. Um, NIU. So those I think are the three Chinese stocks that I own. I can't remember if there's any others that I might, but Huya for sure, Tencent for sure, and NIU for sure. So what else do we have here? Adam, Huya, big dip. Yeah, for gaming, I think the overall streaming market is gonna be huge. I mean, it's still huge, but I think it's one that's gonna continue to grow. That's why, that's why YouTube gaming is doing amazing, right? YouTube, the biggest guys, they know where money is being made right now, and streaming is the platform. What's going on, Stock Basics? All right, let me take a look at John. John, have you researched PaySafe and Skills? So yes, I've done PaySafe and Skills. Skills I enjoy. Skills is one of those companies in the gaming market that I enjoy, and because it's such a small market cap and the future growth it can go into, I don't mind having it in my portfolio. Skills is still too brand new, so it is a tier 3 stock in my portfolio. A tier 3 stock is usually a very small position, but those type of small positions, I believe, can do great returns in the future. I know someone was talking about Magnite here. Magnite and PDD were like super small positions in my portfolio. They were like, I think, less than 1% of my portfolio. And because they have done great returns, they become like over 2% of my portfolio just on pure gains. So even a small position can do such a great returns in a portfolio. And I know certain investors don't enjoy small positions, but I believe it's still a great way. And with PaySafe, I've taken a look at PaySafe. I like it because it has that iGaming. It's getting a lot of money from iGaming and gaming transactions, right? They have cool partnerships. I think I remember with like Fortnite, and I forgot some other big players. I don't know if Roblox was one of them, but PaySafe seems pretty cool. PaySafe is not one I'm buying, but I've definitely done a video on it, on PaySafe. It's definitely like if you want to get into like that fintech kind of market, PaySafe doesn't seem like a bad play. One thing of PaySafe that I remember correctly is it wasn't a fast growing at the moment, right? It was a slower grower, but as they continue to increase that iGaming, I'm guessing that growth can grow dramatically. So what else? What are your thoughts on Coinbase, Danny? So Coinbase, I don't have any position in. I do believe Coinbase. I mean, the crazy thing about Coinbase, and I mentioned it in the video. I did a video on Coinbase. Is it's gonna be very volatile, and it's one that's gonna be very unknown, right? Because most of the revenues come from transaction fees. The fees that these fees or the amount of trading that Coinbase is going to have depends on how the crypto market is doing. In a good crypto market, there's going to be a lot of trading. In a bad crypto market, it's going to be quiet and not much revenue. So that's to me one of the biggest risks for Coinbase. I know other people talk about risk from Coinbase being that companies like Square, who owns Cash App, they can start entering into other cryptocurrencies as well. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, ARK has been buying. I don't obviously buy blindly when ARK buys, but they do some form of analyst behind it, and there's a reason they're continuing to add. So hopefully, maybe they produce a newsletter. I know ARK shares a lot of information of maybe what are some of their bullish theses. So yeah, and Judo, that's another thing. Coinbase will probably be very very like tied to the hip with like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So what else do we have here? What are and like I said, guys, if usually right now I'm enjoying this. I'm doing these live streams to kind of talk to you guys, see what you guys want to talk about. And if you guys have a question and I missed it by accident, feel free to like repost it. I might have just missed it. Billy, Eric, Jonker, Billy thoughts. I haven't really looked at it. I know it's kind of getting into that like streaming market, and it's a big player there, Eric, which is a cool market. I haven't really researched it. What are my opinions on Pen and Zoom? Pen and Zoom, I enjoy. Right, I definitely did a video on Pen a few weeks ago. So if you want to check out my library, that's probably a better time to, uh, even though it's probably been like a few weeks, right? Fundamentals of stocks don't really change over weeks, even though we get excited about stock price and stuff like that. The fundamentals don't change. So even if a video I produced a month or 2 months ago, I don't think much would have changed in the moment. Um, and Zoom I enjoy, right? I'm not sure if I have a position. If I do, it's a very small. But I Zoom, they have such a strong balance sheet that I believe they're gonna make some great acquisitions in the next few quarters. What I really want to see with Zoom is how they're gonna combat like now this reopening play and try to see their innovation method. If they have strong innovation ways, I do believe it's a company that can succeed. Um, Kathleen, I have some options in Redfin expiring on May 21st. Do you think this earnings season can push the price? If so, how much do you think the price will grow? Let's take a look at Redfin. So Redfin, I'm pretty sure is one that has pulled back a nice amount, right? Yeah, from its all-time highs, the stock is down about 31%. I know I'm gonna do a video on their fundamentals pretty soon. Catherine, in form of options, I hate. I wouldn't say I hate options. Options are just very time dependent, and the market itself is so volatile, right? That anything can happen, and that's why you have a good chance of making good money out of options, but at the same time, you have good chance of also losing money. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know when their earnings are at, but personally, I have seen a lot of my friends. They are looking into buying houses, and one of their main platforms that they're using is Redfin. I even have, for example, one of my cousins who's kind of entering into the real estate market, and he says how he's really kind of looking into Redfin to find houses to sell. So I'm really hearing a lot about this company. So I think earnings might surprise people. Um, Kyle, do I own any BTC or ETH? I own I haven't bought any cryptos in them. I haven't bought any cryptos recently. I bought cryptos, Kyle, on 2017. And I just reopened up my Coinbase account while I was researching the stock. And I did see that I still have some of those positions. So my overall portfolio, I think in those cryptos is about 4%. But at the moment, I have no intentions of buying, Kyle, and I have no intentions of selling. Um, so I don't know if that might help out my overall thoughts right now. So again, I'm small position. I'm fine with it. I don't think I'm gonna add on. I don't think I'm gonna sell off. I'm gonna see how it's gonna go from here. Um, and it's done great returns, right? I bought in 2017 and not during the peak. I think it's done like a nice 300% returns. So that's pretty cool. It's one of those positions where I'm not gonna worry portfolio size. Rupo, thanks. Appreciate. Renix, I don't know if Doge is on Coinbase. I haven't really I don't really see how many. I don't really know much of the other coins. I know Doge has been doing amazing, right? Investors have been making great returns, but with great returns can also come great risk, right? And Mohamudo, I see big risk of overpaying coin. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, that's great. It's more how other competitors are going to come for Coinbase, and to see how Coinbase is gonna innovate, which is probably the best important thing. Um, what's going on, Doug? Hi, Jose. This is great full time, Jose. I hope so. I hope so. Any suggestions for industrial sector stocks that look promising for the long term? Industrial sector, Seagrave. Maybe I might do a video on like Caterpillar and Deere, right? See those. I'm guessing that's what you mean in the industrial sector. Another one. See that I enjoy a lot is probably Autodesk, and even though Autodesk is not really in the industrial market, a good portion of even though it's a software, a good portion of their revenue comes from construction, architectures, and engineering, which I believe can do great, right? If the industrial sector is improving. So yeah. So I don't, industrial sector is probably not one I follow too much. See, maybe you might make some suggestions on some I should look at on a video. And judo, still owning Curry. Yes, I am. Curry is one that I wouldn't mind adding on to right now. I haven't really added too much money into my portfolio lately, just for personal reasons. But Curry is one that if I did and was happy with my other positions, Curry is one I wouldn't mind adding to. Stock Basics, Jose, what do you think about Corsair? Corsair, I mean, as the overall content creation, let's take a look at Corsair real quick. I was in Corsair. I sold out to kind of um, make my stocks a little more strict, right? But Corsair's one I don't mind, for sure, right? They're positive in earnings, such a small market cap in Corsair, and they're really creating a lot of products for the streaming world community, for the content creation community with Elgato and all the lights that they have. And I don't believe this is gonna stop. We're seeing, I think, even though we think we've peaked on like YouTube, we've peaked on like Twitch and all these other streaming platforms, I think so many more content creators are going to come out there, which means great news for companies like Corsair Gaming, who really focus on that type of market. So Corsair is definitely one. I feel like a lot of, I think many people are in the YouTube community might be bullish on this one as well. What's going on, Anthony? How's it going? Jose, check out Eric. I know you mentioned process, right? The overall one of the biggest owner of Tencent, right? That's one I definitely want to check out. Let me write that one down. I know I have them from yesterday, from last stream on Friday, I think it was. But guys, give me stocks you guys want me to do a video on this week. Anthony, make a video on options. The only thing I want to say about options is they are super. It's so much to talk about. I feel like it can take months and months of video creation for options. There are a lot of free materials for options. This is probably one of my favorites. Right here, Tasty Works or Tasty Trade. They do a lot of option talks. I think it's Tasty Trade, which is it's a financial network. It's where I learned all my options trading. They have all great content there, so definitely. They have a broker. I don't use their broker, but they are pretty cool on teaching you some of the like other concepts of options, some of the different legs. So this is pretty cool. David Becker, how about, all right, let's see. Doug, you want me to take a look? I think I got some of those in there. So I did an episode on Adobe. I forgot. I think that was the only, and AI. Those are three I did a video on from last recommendations. IDEX. We have that. CLSK. All right. What else you want to take a look at? And Singa. Isn't Zynga gonna be bought out, or was that's another one? The cell phone industry. Okay, so you guys want to see cell phone industry, David? No, the cell phone industry kind of came out. So T-Mobile came out with the best network. Doesn't T-Mobile also own a nice amount of streaming platforms, or am I thinking of some other one? Jose, can you do a video of Axon? What's going on, Rafael? Josh, can you do a video on AXON? They make tasers and body cams for police, and I like the company. Pretty under the radar. That one seems all right. So this one is body cams. That sounds pretty interesting, Josh. How did you end up finding that company, Josh? I just want to take a look at it. Oh, it's pretty. It's a nice size already, though, right? It's a 23.76 billion. There was a super first spot shooter or something. I forget. I know there was a stock I did earlier last year, but I forget the stock that was also that dealt with like a lot of the things that was happening right now. Rafael, come on, a lot. Yeah, that's fine. I need ideas of what you guys want to take a look at. So the more ideas I get from you guys, the better. The better content. And is anybody excited about earnings this week? I'm really excited about. I really want to see what Netflix is gonna do. Seeing how, I mean, last year obviously we saw huge subscriber count growth on Netflix. But I want to see how they're gonna do this quarter. And then other ones I'm excited about. Other ones I'm excited about are Snap and Intel. Snap and Intel, I'm pretty excited to see how they're doing. Even though I don't have a position in any of them, Snap, I really want to see how the advertisement world is doing. Pretty much because, you know, right, I have a position in Google and in Facebook. So they kind of give me an insight of how the advertisement world is going to do. Intel, I just want to see how the semiconductor market is doing. So this one, it seems pretty fun. I know maybe some of you guys might be interested in the airline companies. Spirit Airlines, Southwest is reporting this week. But what are you guys excited about this week in form of earnings? I was doing research in stocks to buy about 2 years ago. Going on now. I thought it would have been a great need in the future. Renix, why are you excited about credit card companies? Do you want to see what the overall consumer is spending their money on? That's the only reason. I don't follow most banks, but I do think of certain banks. I think it's Bank of America. They kind of show like where their consumers are spending a lot of the money, and it can kind of give an insight of, hey, this is where this is where maybe investments should follow. Agree, Eric. Intel can be bad due to the shortage. That's what I want to see. I want to see how much this shortage is actually affecting these companies like Intel. How's it going to affect AMD and Nvidia and stuff like that? It's surprised you don't. I don't. It's not that I don't have an intentions to buy Snap. I do. I just don't at this current prices. I don't know if I want to get in. Just because, right? Their AR lenses. I think it's pretty cool. I think that's a huge play that they can do in the future. And I wish I would have looked at Snap a long time ago. All right, when it was in that bearish side. Now it's just done amazing. Like the overall lenses stuff is pretty amazing, right? I just did a video on Pinterest, right? Pinterest, I think, had that cool concept in their app where you can snap a picture, and it kind of recommends things that look similar to that. I thought that was a pretty cool concept, and I could enjoy Pinterest just because of that concept. David, you got in at 18 on Snap, amazing. It's a bright. I would suggest Fiverr. Big drop right now. Has it taken a huge drop? Let's take a look. FVRR, right? Oh, market is open. All right, let me take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at maps. See how things are moving. Anything interesting? Man, and why is maps aren't? Is this like a 5-minute delay probably? Let me go to trading view. Let me take a look at charts. I just want to see if anything is moving crazy. Tattoo Chef is taking the beating, right? Is this up to date? The market should be open, right? Are things just not updating for me? Let me just see one day. No, things are updating for sure. Okay. Seems like growth stocks are still gonna take a nice beating. Fiverr is down, right? You mentioned a nice amount today, about 4%. Upwork is there. I kind of enjoy Upwork a little bit more, just because I mean I actually do enjoy both of them. Fiverr and Upwork are two that I have actually used as a customer. So I'm enjoying both Fiverr and Upwork for sure. Yeah, I got to see what might be worth adding for me today, if any. So, are you guys thinking about adding any stocks right now? What are you guys thinking about adding? Or are you guys waiting for earning seasons to wait to get into stuff? Bitcoin was slammed over the weekend. That's crazy. Bitcoin did hit about $64,000 this Wednesday. Mogul is down. Are you planning to increase? Moha. I don't know yet. Mogul I enjoy a lot because of their fintech services. But right now, Mogul is too tied to Bitcoin prices. I think the overall company is pretty cool. Um, I unfortunately it's just too much moving with it. I sold all. Oh, so Moha, you are fully cash right now. Did you buy pre-drop or post-drop? Just curious. Just curious. And what was your intentions of selling? All right. I shouldn't be getting ads. That's weird. Oh, I'm not signed in. I just took some profits to pay down payment for my first home. Oh, nice, Josh. Congratulations. Hopefully the transaction is going well for your first home. Congratulations. I know that. I know that method. A lot of people in a few people in my Discord have done the same thing. And best of luck to the new home. Lucy, for me, Mogo is a tier 3 stock. So that should explain a lot. Tier 3 stocks, ones that I believe can do great returns, but one that OSS, Nickley, yes, OSS is one I plan to add up more position. OSS is one I really, really enjoy. It's one of those small micro cap. There are very small micro cap companies that can actually make it into a tier 2 stock. I think OSS is one of those. Normally, if you're below 1 billion market cap, you stay as a tier 3 stock until you get a little more named for yourself. Then you might move up to a tier 2. OSS is one that is what 300 less than 300 million, and it's one I could see going up to a tier 2 stock for it. Yeah, exactly. Moha, I enjoy it. They've done so many acquisitions. They're expanding so much. It's just a bit volatile because of the Bitcoin transactions. So for that reason, I might just enter, but a little bit here and there. Tesla may take a hit today. Yeah, we saw that, Hudson. I was just looking at that news report about that article. Unfortunately, it didn't, not unfortunate, but it didn't seem like the stock price moved much. And I don't think it's going to move much more from here. 2.7%. And I don't believe this is because of this accident. I believe this is just mainly the overall market down. So Rafael, you want to take a look at NEO, right? So NEO is I want to expand into the EV market. NEO has pulled back a nice amount, right? It's down 41% from its all-time highs. I personally am already too invested in the Chinese market, Rafael, that I don't personally want to look at anymore. For me, in the Chinese in EV vehicles, I have NIU, which I enjoy a little bit more because they are producing a nice amount of bikes around, and I'm enjoying them. But I believe NIO has like a great. Let's take a quick look at NIO, right? NIO valuation $42 billion. They are. I haven't looked at them, Rafael. They are producing vehicles already, right? They're very close. They're not profitable right now, and they just hit positive in cash flow from operations. So that's good news. They're expected to grow their revenues at great levels, right? 31.5% is pretty strong revenue growth. I believe they have a strong financial statement, right? When they got a nice amount of cash and investments and other investors to believe in the company. So overall, I know people are bullish in this for the overall EV market. Right now I'm still I believe the EV market we're still in early stages, so I don't mind kind of sitting back a bit and really taking my time. I think I finally maybe a month ago I bought my first position in Tesla. That was my second EV play. My first is NIU. So like you see, I'm really taking my time into getting into this market, really looking at some of the cool players out there. Uh, I know a lot of Rafael. I know some people. I don't want to watch myself. I know some people recommend are looking at Buddy BY. I think it's BYDDY, the BYD company for automobiles and the EV market. Someone on my Discord channel talks about this company a lot. Maybe one people should check it out. Um, so Mr. Bear, I plan on averaging down on SoFi. SoFi, man, SoFi is one of the few. It's one I'm enjoying right now. There's not many SPACs I enjoy right now. SoFi seems pretty cool, for sure. Right, and a lot of people, it's down about 40% from its all-time highs right now, and it's getting closer to that nominal value of $10. Right, the closer it gets there, the lower the risk. SoFi just seems pretty cool with everything they offer. Um, I think one of the major things that people are hating about SoFi right now is the Chamath. Chamath is part of it, right? So he's been selling out of some of his SPACs recently. So it's kind of given bad taste to people's mouth. So I'm guessing the merger is happening soon. Bear, what's going on with FIFA news? Curious how it's going to affect EA. That's a 1 billion property for them. That's crumbling. Not sure. Let's take a look at FIFA news. Is it FIFA real life related or is it FIFA the game related? Hmm. Hudson, whichever has, I would have to take a look at this, Bear. Maybe you can explain a little bit more. If this is more Super Euro League, yeah. So Hudson, to me, I would invest in whichever one had the most volume. And which one, the ones with the most volumes are better, are usually helpful on my taste. And also depends on the broker you have, right, Hudson. Certain brokers charge for one, and the other one has no fee. So to me, it would be the one with no fees and the one with highest volume. If one of them had no fees and they had low volume, then I wouldn't really enjoy it though. I really like some form of volume. Oh, Doug, real life big clubs are trying to break away. Oh wow, that I mean EA, right? FIFA is such a big game for them, so that can definitely affect them. Um, hmm. I mean the only other thing is maybe EA can create another game out of it, right? It's could be a weird play with them. What else? SPCB. Which one is that one? Fables of Europa. You have SPCB. Doc. Man, this is a super small market cap. What do they do? 25 million. I don't think I've ever bought something that small. I know probably like closer to 100 million. I don't know if I've ever bought something in the 25 million range. Yeah, Bear, thanks. Appreciate that. Definitely want to check out a little bit from EA. Did EA move anything amongst that? Yeah, nah, barely nothing. Among the SPAC, I am still holding STEM. I haven't really EV box and Lease Cycle. Do you have any? No, Nick, I don't own any of those SPACs. I do own some SPACs. I do own um ACAC, which is going to be Play Studios. I do own ACTC, I believe. Yeah, which is going to be Proterra. I think those are the only two SPACs that I owned right now. One I really enjoy and wouldn't mind getting into is FRX for sure. The Beachbody. They're becoming like the huge fitness streaming platform, and I do believe they're going to be a good name to have. They're positive in earnings as well. So FRX is one I enjoy. A few, not many SPACs I enjoy. FRX is definitely one. FRX, SoFi, um, are definitely ones. Yeah, that's yeah, their whole ultimate team. I know they get so much money. I think FIFA is one of their biggest. Not FIFA is one of their biggest in-game transaction companies for EA games. Um, Nick Lee. Oh, you never. I've done videos on this one, Nick. Definitely check it out. FRX. Um, GHVI. And yes, I was looking. I was looking at some houses. Just on Redfin, and I feel like so many of them kind of were. I don't know if they were being used using the Matterport platform. It looked a lot like it. So a lot of the news places had this already. GHBI Matterport, and it's pulled back a nice amount. Um, it's down 50% from its all-time highs. It's so much closer to that nominal value, right? $12.39. For those that are not familiar with this, Matterport is they work with realtors, and you can use your phone to pretty much capture great real estate pictures. They have a great video here that shows you everything about them, and they have some great customers as well. I gotta recheck the company. All yeah, for sure, Doug. All SPACs are down, and it's pretty much. I feel like there's so much. There's so many stocks out right now. We've seen so many SPACs. We've seen so many IPOs that their money doesn't know where to go. Right. Every time we see a new place, a new IPO, people start to sell off of some of their positions and enter into those other positions. For example, I think something happened with Coinbase. Maybe a Silvergate, right? I just did an episode on Silvergate. I feel like some people might have left Silvergate Capital to kind of go into Coinbase because they don't. There's just too many positions out there that some people rather close out positions and enter into other ones. Um, yeah, I mean, and right, agree, Ed. It's definitely time to take advantage of SPACs right now. Right, everybody's kind of ducking SPACs. And not all SPACs are bad, right? There are some that are great that are already doing profits, that have a strong balance sheet. I did a video of like some SPACs that I dislike. I dislike the SPACs that give me revenue price targets for the next 5 years and they're still not making money. Those are the ones I'm not a fan of. But the ones that are already projecting revenue and are projecting strong revenue growth next quarter and the quarter after that, I'm super excited about that. I think 2 years in advance is as much as I take serious. If you're telling me revenue 4 or 5 years from now, I don't take you as serious. Your thoughts on Fastly? Fastly has definitely pulled back a nice amount, right? I have it in my portfolio, Sash. I enjoy it. I'm not planning on selling my stocks right now. Is down a nice amount from my all-time highs, 40%. And you can reload. Then this. We can see the market is pretty quiet. So they are. One thing, Fastly, they always take a dip during earnings. I mean, it seems to. I don't want to say always. On average, I feel like they tend to take a nice hit during earnings. I feel like now it's not as overexcited as people had it before. So I'm really excited to see earnings this time. Right, it's actually been sitting at this price, right? $70. It's been very volatile, right? Super volatile throughout the past 6 months, but it's kind of sitting at prices since like June 19th. And this is one thing I kind of mentioned a lot. I feel like growth stocks are probably just going to be pretty quiet right now. And I don't mind holding Fastly for the long term of things. Rafael, you can already. This smells like the healthy correction the market needed. The correction we've been seeing before, Rafael, or what we're seeing right now. Right now, it seems pretty quiet, right? We've seen a bit. It's super quiet. Nothing is jumping up. Let me see if any. Yeah, nothing is jumping up. It's pretty crazy. I'm seeing Nvidia down and QCOM. QCOM is one I wouldn't mind looking a little bit morning. What's going on, Ben? Hope you're having a good day. And Skyworks, I know someone on my on YouTube comments is really bullish on Skyworks. Nick, I appreciate the support, man. It really means a lot. I enjoy, and especially when you guys come to these streams. I know this is the second stream I've done on YouTube. I'm gonna be a little more active streaming here on YouTube Today I am. Let me just check my schedule real quick. Today I am streaming after market closes around around market closes, so around 3:30. I will be on again, and usually I'm gonna do just 1 hour live streams. You guys can come talk. I love the interaction with the community, right? This is one thing I really enjoy about creating what I'm doing, right? I get to talk to like-minded individuals. Unfortunately, not many of my friends like to talk about investments, right? But I made great friends like Ed, Duck, R Bear. Like you guys are people, Mr. Bear, right? People in the Discord channel that I talk about stocks, and it's pretty good community that we built all around. So I appreciate you guys coming down and talking. Agree. QCOM definitely looks been very attractive to look to hold long term. I wouldn't mind doing a whole video. I'm surprised AMD is actually up. I'm guessing great Silenex news, because that one's also up today, right? These two are the only it seems to be like the only semiconductors up today. Agree, Rafael. And that seems to always happen, right? It's it's just on a different market every time, right? I feel like lately we've been seeing a huge jump in like airlines and like cruises and like energy stocks, where a few quarters ago we were looking at a lot of growth stocks and stuff like that. So I think these jump in prices or overextending happens all the time. It's just in different markets. Sometimes we're lucky and it's in markets we're in. Sometimes it's just markets we're not in at the moment. Yeah, Press. The only concerns is Samsung, Google, Apple all making their own chips. Yeah. I think Amazon is also, right, Ed? I think Amazon is they're signing their own chips too. Yeah. Um, nice, Nick. Appreciate the support. I definitely appreciate the support and sending it out to friends. And if you guys haven't done, just please like the stream. It helps out so much with the YouTube algorithm. Just a quick like helps out so much. Let's take a quick look at StockTwits. I want to see what's trending right now, right? StockTwits is one of those platforms I use just to see what's trending. It's pretty weird. I wonder, Clover Health. Clover Health has been doing crazy. It's been super volatile, right? This one's been all over the place. Ride is also down. I haven't really looked at Clover Health. I don't think I have. So that's one that might be interesting to look at. And I can also like it myself. Ride, another EV stock I haven't really followed. Mr. Bear, donation to the best. Thank you, Mr. Bear. Appreciate the support. It means a lot. It really does, man. I appreciate it. The support you guys bring here, it's insane. I had to smash my like button. I'm asking you guys to smash it, and I didn't even smash it myself. So I had to do it. Singa is up. What's going? I know someone requested Singa. What's going on? Any news here? This stock is a lot of shorting activity on Clove. I'm guessing might be volume seems to be all over the place, right? It seems like sometimes it has low volume, sometimes it has high volumes. What is CLN? Is it like clean energy? Yeah. Wow, that one jumped up a nice amount. I can't Peloton, right? Down 5% on that recent news about the treadmills. I gotta find out a little bit more about that. Fubo dropping, man. I think Fubo around 20 is a nice price. Is it around there? Open Door Technologies is down. These are some that have been super popular in the past, right? Let me take a look at Fubo. Fubo TV is at 18. Oh wow, I know it took a huge. It went up a nice amount. Oh, nice, Duck. Sneaker got an upgrade from some analysts. Yeah, Fubo, I mean, it's crazy. I enjoy these. It sucks, right? Because obviously there's someone that bought here at this top, right? At $62. Someone definitely bought that. And it sucks. But it kind of when stock prices drop like this, it reduces so much of the risk. Um, Pan, why YouTube and not Twitch anymore? Um, I'm seeing a lot better traction in YouTube. Pan, Twitch was kind of wasn't really. I don't think too many investors were there, right? So I think if maybe I was doing more live trading, Twitch might have been a better place. But for long term investors, I think more long term investors are in the YouTube community and are able. Twitch is YouTube is a lot better at kind of exposing me to the overall viewers. Right, like right now I'm having 32 people watching. Right, to me, to many people might be a little bit compared to some of the big players out there. But on Twitch, I don't think I ever had at one constant moment 32 people watching, and this is just my second stream. Second stream here on YouTube, right? So I see a lot more. I see a lot more gains coming here on YouTube for that reason. So it's enjoy, and like I already have an audience based here. So it's definitely pretty insane. I'm enjoying I'm enjoying doing it here. Jose started investing in Google, and that, and yeah, I just, and that's so true. I have a big position in Google and not on Amazon. All right, let's take a look. Good morning, Edward. Any thoughts on PACB and AGC? AGC is merging with Grab. Which one is Grab? Is that I personally, Edward, I haven't looked at those. Let's take a look. AGC stock. Grab Holdings. Is Grab Holdings Grab company? It looks like I've looked at it. Okay. I feel like where have I looked about this one? So it's Southeast Asia's leading super app. It provides services like deliveries, mobility, fin service, and more. Edward, this one seems pretty interesting. I might have to do a video on AGC. Let me put this one down. AGC. This is Grab. Unfortunately, I feel like I keep hearing about Grab. I haven't really heard that it might be kind of like the stock price hasn't really overextended too much, which is great. We talked about it in the Discord, Mr. Bear. Me and you and PACB, my genomics portfolio. You did talk about it, 1% ownership of the SPAC. I have to look at it a little bit more. So let's take a look at PACB. Pacific Bioscience. So, Edward, one thing, I definitely could do a video on Grab. That one for sure I can definitely hit. On Pacific Bioscience, I don't know. I kind of, I wouldn't say hate the bioscience industry. I'm not too familiar with the chemistry market, bioscience, and it's usually a market I don't hit too much. This is one of those plays that if I wanted to get into, I'd rather do through ETFs. So I don't think I can really do video on it. But let's take a quick look at their fundamentals, just because of you, Ed. Edward. So PCB future growth, right? The company is expected to grow dramatically in revenues, 28.7%. They are not profitable in earnings, not positive in cash flow from operations. Something I'm not too happy about. But like I mentioned, right, these biotech companies, I feel like this is something you normally see. And it's just more of understanding how that product is going to do in the future. That's why for me, I normally don't look at it because I usually see these types of fundamentals and it automatically scares me away. Financially, right, the great thing is since they are not profitable, since they are not positive in cash flow, they must have a strong balance sheet, and they have about $320 million in cash and no debt to their name. So that's pretty good in my sense to kind of help out this balance sheet, especially since they're burning. All right, they're burning. They were positive in free cash flow actually in 2020 and 2021. So that's actually great news. But they're expected to continue that burn in the next few years. So not a market I'm too excited about, Edward. Fundamentally, it looks okay. I'm happy that they have a very strong balance sheet for sure. All right, guys. So like I said, I'm gonna be streaming every day. every day between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock a.m. Here you guys can tell me what you guys want to talk about. If there's any videos you guys want me to look at, and then from here on, I'm gonna go work on videos for the rest of the day, and I'll be on tonight, today around the market closing. So maybe we can take a look at some earnings today. Maybe we can look at IBM earnings together, or whatever everybody wants to look at. So take care, guys. Have a good trading day today. Have a good investing day, and I'll see you guys later this afternoon. So peace out.